I'm ready. Fuck it. Let's just go. Fucking do it. Fucking live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Hey. Fuck yeah. It's a great day. It is a great day. Everybody, cheers to my man Enrique. Doing great right now.
Love you, Enrique.
Love you, Enrique.
I got a call the other day.
Henry
She's got
Tree.
a baby in them guts, and I've been praying to some God.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third episode of the second season of Hold My Beer, and happy 4th of July, American Independence Day. And what better way to celebrate American Independence Day than some Irish whiskey?
Fuck yeah.
You know the Irish, the second most successful minority in the history of America.
Yeah, and also one of the most likable terrorist organizations, the IRA.
Okay.
They were very likable.
Jeez, Bob.
They were very likable
Why? 'Cause they're
as far as terrorists go. Maybe that's because I
Is there
am
white
Irish. I don't know.
terrorists? Is that what it is?
I think,
worst-
yes, mostly because they're white. I
No,
think.
the
Yeah, is
worst
that what it
white
is?
terrorists are Packer fans from Illinois.
You know,
Worst.
I believe
Absolutely.
Packers
You guys
fans
all
from
agree?
Illinois, yeah, AK, you son of a bitch.
AK will be
Our
on
buddy.
soon.
Yeah,
AKA
we'll bring
Tessa.
him on. And maybe the newborn too.
No, we're gonna convert that kid.
Well, it's that
She's
poor
a Chiefs
kid.
fan.
Yeah.
He's a
Dude.
Packer fan.
Aren't
He's
you
gonna be a
supposed to
Bear fan.
kill the firstborn of every Packer
Okay,
fan?
that's a Metallica
Let me
song. I'm creeping death.
let me start off by introducing everybody here. Obviously, you have the three of us, Judd, Henry, and myself, Bobby. And then we have DJ Dunn did it and back,
Buffalo Jinglefoot.
Buffalo Jinglefoot
Maddie
himself.
Dunn did it.
And we have a very special announcement,
Oh.
which is that we have a brand new producer over here, Mr. Mike Napoli.
Hello, everybody.
Mike Napoli, not the catcher from the wicked hardcore Red Sox of 04.
right.
It's his third cousin removed.
Are you saying all Italians are related?
No, I'm just coming up with random
No,
numbers.
just the Mike
believed it.
Napolis.
Got him.
We're out there.
He's the only fucking guy in the middle of a 100-degree day in July with a buffalo hat on his fucking head.
This is true.
He stays in character. He's a dedicated Jinglefoot.
Buffalo.
Because of my job, I do bring flannels in frequently, which is really tough because like in the parking lot, I have to like carry it under me, you know, and then I go in and then I go directly into a cooler. For like, so you go from like covered in sweat to now fucking 32-degree
Oh, yeah.
air blowing on you and you're
Yeah.
immediately freezing cold. I'm like, how everybody who works this company doesn't have pneumonia at all times, I have no fucking idea. But that's beside the point. You know, what's more American than baseball, boys? What's more American than baseball?
America's
And
president.
Golf.
for the 4th of July, we do have the All-Stars.
The only... Oh, never mind.
The-
I thought you were saying what's more American. Is
Well,
we're the only
OnlyFans?
country that
Oh.
ever dropped nuclear bombs on people.
That's true.
You know, atomic bombs.
That's true. That's true. Hey, we might not be the last.
Definitely
Shout out
not.
World War III.
Oh,
But,
they're definitely not the last. But yeah, baseball, baby.
Baseball. And we do have 2 Cubs selections. And who are they, Henry?
Yeah, that would be Pete Armstrong. Kyle Tucker will be starting.
That's right. We got the Tuck starting. And by the way, yeah, that's right, King Tuck.
King Tuck. You call him
Yeah.
the Tuck.
The
That
Tuck.
sounds like you're...
The Tuck, that's what
I
I
don't care. You-
Sounds like a shirt
that's what I
brand.
perform in
The Tuck.
Boys Town.
Okay, here now it is. There it is. Canceled in the first one. But bullshit. We're bringing that. We're bringing Hurt Feelings back.
We are bringing Hurt Feelings
Fucking
back.
A, right.
I thought we were bringing Porch Monkey back, no?
No,
No,
that
no.
too.
Well,
yeah.
I like it though. Clerks 2, shout out.
Clerks too.
Great fucking
I'm a
movie.
porch monkey.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that
for
segment that
life.
we always wanted to bring back that Bob came up with? It was the one where it was like we were talking.
Go ahead.
Trying to think of what
I
it
like
was.
watching you think through.
I know. It was like it was when we were. It was like man, it was in the very beginning. You were talking about
Okay.
it was like going to be like talking.
Okay.
This is what killed Virginia McCaskey.
Yep.
Yes.
This is what did it.
Yep.
This is, but hey, well, speaking of Kyle Tucker and the All-Star game, this is your weekly reminder. Until the Cubs have signed Kyle Tucker, if you have a W flag, it must be at half mast.
Oh man.
Until they sign King Tuck.
So my W flag, it doesn't do that. Like I can't get it to go half mast.
It's all mast or nothing.
It's all mast.
That's kind of
Full
just whole
mast.
sex life wrapped up. It's all mast or nothing.
It's very gentle.
And I did once sit on that mast, so that's a story for another episode.
Oh, God.
Is that like a? The girls will be like, God, he's so good in bed. And then the one will be like, well, fuck, when I fucked him.
Yeah. Well, he'd had a lot of whiskey that
He was a
night.
vomiting mess, and it was what the fucksville.
Yeah. Shout out Summer of Bob. I disappointed a lot of ladies this summer. But that's beside the
You
point as
shooting
well.
fucking pool with a rope there, Bob?
Did you see, by the way, what Kyle Tucker, kind of what the contract was looking like? $600 million?
600.
Hell yeah, pay it.
I'll sign it right now.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you would with somebody else's money.
I told you he can have the whole north side of Chicago. Chicago Avenue North is all his to Evanston.
And then who else made it, Judd, for the AL? Who's the other guy on starting in center field?
Oh, Javi Baez.
Yes. Our boy who had a career resurgence.
Third?
Playing all over the field. Great at center field.
I don't know how many players this is, but this is the third different position he's starting in an All-Star game in. He did it second for us, short, and then now center.
I did not realize he started at
I'm sure
second.
there's been more
Yeah.
players that did that, though.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
I love Javi. I don't care. I
Oh, I still love Javi.
can't hit for shit, but I love him.
But he's hitting now. He's playing. Yeah, he's having a good season.
Yeah, he's, let's say, career resurgence.
And they have the
man.
best record. Detroit has the best record in all of baseball.
What was it? A Wesley Snipes character in Major League that had to do push-ups every time he hit like a pop fly?
Yeah. You may run like Maze, but you hit like shit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Javi reminds me of that.
I can see that. I can see that. Oh, by the way, Major League, one of the
Javi was
all-time
Wesley Snipes.
greatest sports movies.
I love Wesley Snipes sports movies.
Wesley Snipes in general, man. Did
Yeah.
You see his? Oh, you haven't watched Deadpool yet, have you?
No, I don't watch.
Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't watch
though,
very many superhero
You have a Wesley
movies.
Snipes
I don't watch
coming back as
superhero
Blade.
movies, but Deadpool's the shit.
Yeah, Deadpool's the exception to the rule, man. You could not watch any of that shit, but
Kristen and
Deadpool's
I-
fucking amazing. Wait, but Wesley Snipes comes back as Blade in
Oh, see, I
as-
never
as
watched
his
Blade
character.
either because I don't watch scary movies.
I didn't watch Blade.
he's the reason that we have
It was
an
good.
MCU, though. Actually.
Oh, I did have. I watched a scary movie this
right.
week, guys.
What did
Me
you
and my
watch?
12-year-old, The Burbs. It's a scary movie. Well, I mean, there's talk of satanic stuff and
totally.
murder and
it's
the naps.
You know the Klopax. Me and Nikki are the Klopax.
Oh yeah,
We do all of our projects, all of our home projects happen at night.
Digging
in the
out
middle
back.
of the night. We're like, people just think we're the Klopax because we're just like going crazy in the middle of the night.
for all you youngsters out there, watch The Burbs. It's a Tom Hanks movie with Princess Leia,
It's a good movie.
One of the greatest.
Corey Feldman. It's a great
it's only
fucking movie.
years ago.
Oh, it's 89 or
Corey
88,
Feldman was
probably.
also in Lost Boys, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, which is another great horror movie.
Corey,
That's tall.
Plural.
I watched that movie. Okay, here's how bad I am.
Yeah, Lost Boys is a horror.
Getting a little feedback.
Here-
Might be from something over there, Maddie.
Feedback?
Yeah, a little
There's
feedback.
there's a electric sound.
Yeah, you hear that?
It's a fan.
Is that what it was? Is a fan?
Wait, oh, it just stopped.
Technical
Air
feedback.
conditioning. I mean,
Oh, he just turned the fan off. That's what it was. Too many cooks in the kitchen, dude.
Oh,
Too
we're
many
good.
cooks in the kitchen.
Anyway, The Lost Boys. This is how fucking big of a pussy I am about horror movies.
Don't tell me you're scared of the Lost Boys.
When I was a kid,
Oh God.
I would fall asleep like I had this like little flat tape recorder. And I played my tapes right next to my head all the time in bed at night, right?
Yeah.
And I listened to Run DMC a lot. And the murder scene where they eat all those guys on the beach, it's Walk This Way by Run DMC.
Yeah.
So I would fast forward that song if I was in bed because I was too scared that
That's-
they were coming.
That's
Wow.
It's so funny because someone so violent who has made a life out of fighting is also just so afraid of horror movies.
I'm just kind of a cunt. Like my friend John always says, he's like, Judd is like this mean, bruising asshole on a basketball court. But if you hurt him, you will hear about it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because he like fucking hurt this finger and it's like forever.
I think technically that means we have to categorize Bebe's Kids as a horror movie because I'm pretty sure you got scared and ran out of the room from that movie.
Do you remember why?
Yeah,
Because we were on acid.
we were on LSD.
We were on acid in freshman year. And we watched, or sophomore, freshman, whatever.
Watching
We
Bebe's.
watched Bebe's Kids, and I couldn't handle watch. I just
Shout out to Bebe's Kids.
Bebe's Kids is great.
Unknown movie.
God damn test two, baby.
Talk about cartoon perfection.
So were you scared of Fantasia too?
Probably.
You know, it gets a little dark.
All
there.
All right, so
All right. Well,
all right. You want to get back to sports,
well,
or
yeah,
can I
probably,
tell you?
we do.
I'll tell you a horrible
We do.
thing about Fantasia too. Okay, let's
okay.
talk. Go ahead, sports. Fine.
All right, back to sports. So, the Cubs right now. The last thing I really had on the Cubs was leading also. They're on pace for 96 wins.
Are they?
You know, yeah. Right now they're on pace for 96 wins
Without a number one starter.
without a number one starter.
Okay.
But you know, same problem as we had last week and the week before. Until they maybe trade for some more pitching, they're going to be some serious trouble for the playoffs.
Do you think they're going to trade for more pitching?
Yes.
Yes, I think they have to.
100%.
But
They're
they
either
say
going to
they're
be
all
Chris
in.
Sale or Mitch Keller from the Pirates. Something along those lines.
Who's the best pitcher available out
Chris
there?
Sale.
Chris Sale's the best available, but
Are you
if
kidding?
in terms,
Dude, if we could get Sale, that would be murderous.
how great would it be to win
Sox
with him?
fans.
Yeah, exactly.
It kind of be like the Jake Arrieta kind of thing,
But-
where you're getting somebody who
Sorry,
like,
Mike.
maybe has a year left, 2 years left.
But
Pitching
Mitch
at a high
Keller, much younger, he's on a 4-year deal for a very affordable contract. If we can get him, it's still not a bad player.
All right, but if you're in win this season, who do you want? Just 1 year.
if
Only
it,
1 year. Who
all
do you want?
right, so I'll answer this with it's Chris Sale, but if it means giving up too many prospects, I'd take Mitch Keller because I still think Mitch Keller's going to do just fine for us. Chris Sale's great, but if we have to give up
Owen Casey.
too many, yeah,
That's what they want. Right?
you can't trade Owen Casey till I see Kyle Tucker sign that contract.
That's what
I
I'm
agree,
fucking
dude.
saying, dude. Like,
I mean,
fuck,
Kyle
if we're-
Tucker should
you
probably be
cannot
one.
go all in and get rid of the future if you're not getting Tucker.
And don't get me wrong, we do have Alcantara, who's another superstar outfielder, but you just
Bro, you just can't. No,
Can't.
fuck that. We already traded enough. We already lost enough. Well, Cam Smith hitting home runs and
yeah, but that trade's kind of worked out for both.
for a year.
As long as we sign him, you're right.
If we sign him, it worked out great. But if we don't sign him and we don't win the World Series, then it's not worth it.
Here's a question: do you re-sign Saya?
Yeah,
Is he going to sign with us as a DH?
I don't know. But where's
He's having his best year. He's already
anywhere-
broke his.
okay.
He's already tied his home runs for last year.
Yeah.
This season.
anywhere Suzuki goes,
And he
they're
got
not going
screwed.
to want him. Let him play the field all the fucking time.
Well, and he's proven it this year with how many errors he's already had.
He's terrible. You can play the field when we're playing the B League teams.
Yeah, you're allowed to play like 3 times a year.
But you ain't doing that shit in the playoffs.
He got screwed out of the All-Star game. I think he'll probably get put in.
Yeah, I feel like he should
I think
be in the All Star.
Michael Bush and Matthew
Is
Boyd.
he the RBI leader?
He is.
And he's not in the All Star game.
Michael Bush. Michael Bush is
Suzuki.
Michael Bush is third in the All-Star voting for first. He could probably get in there. And Matthew Boyd, also a possible option. For subs, depending on who's pitching when, like they can fill in.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, another great thing
Because he can't
against
play defense.
another great thing against the White Sox was Clayton Kershaw, 3,000 strikeouts last night.
3,000.
Every time I need the White Sox to win, they just let me
Clayton
down.
Kershaw breaks 3,000 strikeouts versus the old White Sox. So,
Let's go to the White Sox Rocky series.
I'm sorry.
Let's go to that. They're fighting for
Yeah,
the
go
worst
ahead.
records of all time.
Yep, that's coming up this weekend, right? Is it this weekend or next week? Early next week.
Who's better?
I know the Rockies and the White Sox are playing each other.
Do you know
for
what like,
Battle
the
of
best
Worst.
part is? Like, I love my Sox fan friends, and they're just they don't even want to talk. They're just like, I'm not watching.
They're
Fuck you.
just
Except
dead.
Dempster, Brian
Yeah,
Dempster.
I've never seen
Batavia.
Dempster look so just dead.
Oh no, he was ripping me a new asshole about the Cubs the other day. I'm like, bro, you like broke the record last year, and
That's
suck
tough to
again.
talk shit
So-
when you're coming off the worst season of all time.
I was
They're
telling
the
you,
Detroit Lions of baseball.
back when the Lions lost.
I was telling you this
seasons
off
in a row.
the air. So the Rockies are doing so bad. This is the third year they're going to finish in the bottom 6, and because of that, the anti-tanking rules say if you finish no matter what, if after 2 years of being in the bottom 6, the third year you can't get a better pick than 10th. So even if they finish with
Yeah.
the worst record, their best pick is going to be 10th.
I think they should do that in all the leagues.
yes.
I think that should be.
Yes.
And guess what? The White Sox are coming right after that. This will be 2 years in a row in the bottom 5,
I think that's
bottom
awesome.
cell.
That Ed really like, hey, fuck you. You can't just mail it in every year.
Yeah, you can't just expect fans to show up
together.
into your stadium with no team.
Together.
They do have prospects coming up, though.
Cubs did it for years.
Colson Montgomery. Colson Montgomery looks really good. They have some shit.
They do have
figured
some
out.
prospects, but it doesn't.
Our time's coming.
It still looks so depressing because Jerry Reinsdorf does nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Producers.
Jerry
Producers.
They did have
Into the
Noah
mics.
Schultz and Brandon Montgomery are heading to the Futures game as well, too.
producers don't like to
So,
be heard.
I
What,
would like when producers are heard.
Judd, what was July 1st? What holiday did we celebrate in baseball?
Mo's birthday?
No, Bobby Bonilla Day.
We also.
Oh yeah, Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yep. Bobby Bonilla, $1.19 million a year from 2011 to 2035.
Do you know that? Do you guys know that?
You-
That he
you know
gets
this?
paid $1 million?
1.19 million, and all they had to do was pay him $6 million in 2011, and because of the interest, it stretches out to 1.19 million till 2035. So he gets an extra $30 million.
Till 2035.
He hasn't been on a baseball field since 2014.
God damn! I wish I kept it going.
He must, you know what?
So he
Like
still
his
get-
alarm clock, he wakes up every morning to damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Yeah.
He must.
Well, it's like one of those contracts.
That must
where, like,
play when he's taking the shit. Like he gets
E-
on the toilet and that song comes on.
even if you're like absolutely awful with money, you have a guaranteed 1.19 million coming every year for fucking 21 years after you got done playing. So it's be really tough to go broke.
And what's
Think of that.
crazy is he actually had another contract like that he signed afterwards with the Marlins. It already ended. It was only like a 10-year contract, but he retired and he got like $1 million from them for 10 years too.
Really?
Yeah.
He won it with the Marlins
Yes.
in
I think so.
'96.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great fucking series.
Bobby Bonilla. that might
But-
be- go ahead. Sorry.
No.
I was just saying that might be one of the most interesting contracts in the history of sports.
And that's,
Literally.
so to top that, that's what I say. There's only one thing that tops that, and I was telling him this.
Ilya
Yeah.
Kovalchuk.
Max Scherzer this year
Oh.
is getting paid $15 million from the Nationals, $30.8 million from the Mets, $12.5 million from the Rangers, and he plays for the Blue Jays, where he's getting $15.5 million.
So
He's
getting
making
paid
a total of
$14.
$73.8 million from 4 MLB teams. And he's pitched one inning. He's pitched one inning all year.
Who was the
Wild.
owner of the team that said, you know, these contracts just make you eat your stupid pills? Just get fucking housed.
Well, it's like, but what do you do? Because we're going to side with ownership? Or those guys
Exactly,
are
you're
like
not.
the Ricketts, who, for instance, that are, I don't know, buying up all of Wrigleyville, building the hotels, buying a fucking the Marquee Network, and then we don't have any money to sign Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, you do.
Jesus.
We don't have any money. Fuck you.
Did
Get
that
your
all-
shit together, Ricketts.
What year did that all start to happen? Was that that was under Rom? Was it Rom Emanuel or was it
Probably
still
was under
Danny?
Rom, right?
It-
Yeah, it
Danny
went under
was
Rom.
gone.
With what? With
Chicago. like,
Yeah, with
when,
him buying up the neighborhoods and everything.
Like
I-
there
was Rom-
so
Rom
many
was-
fights
you.
about that neighborhood.
yeah,
what
because
they
you were
could
still
do.
living in Avondale. Avondale's
Rahm
3 miles
Emanuel
west of
was the
Wrigley.
mayor, correct? I think
I think it was
at the
Rom.
time.
Yeah.
I think it was Rom.
Man, that
right.
motherfucker is
So speaking of contracts,
not
Yeah.
bad, but
Mitch Marner,
he's a gangster.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
we're converting here to hockey. Mitch Marner, 8 years for $12 million, and he goes and gets traded to the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, he's going to the Knights. Is it the the Knights got
Yeah.
him? I saw it, yeah.
Mitch Marner, dude, I heard he's a horrible teammate, so I'm so glad the Blackhawks didn't get him.
Well, they. Go ahead.
No.
I was just said they did sign Sam Lafferty. They re-signed him. And then obviously they got Anton Frindell, right?
Yeah,
That's
they
what
we drafted,
if I'm
yeah.
They
saying correctly.
drafted Anton Frundell,
Um,
Vaclav Nestralov. Yeah, no.
you want me to read a little scouting report for Frindell?
Yeah, go for
So
it.
he was the number 3 pick. Let's see here. So he's Swedish. Let's see here. Sorry. 6'1", 204. Born in 2007. He he was described as a military tank by NHL Central Scouting's Juka Pekka. God knows I can't pronounce that last name. He's a 6'1", 204-pound frame, makes him a formidable presence. His strength and balance allow him to win one-on-one battles, shield the puck, and dominate along the boards. Great shooting ability. His hockey IQ and awareness have been touted. He's got two-way versatility, creates a lot of turnovers. So basically, you know what this kind of reminds me of? And again, I don't know enough to like really say for sure. But when I'm reading this, it kind of just reminds me of Taze.
That's exactly what it is.
And then you have like
That's
a
what they compared
Taze
him.
Kane kind of situation going right here. You have your score, so you have a confidence. It is Taze. Okay,
That's what I was going to say. When they were drafting, they wanted this guy.
and he can win faceoffs. too.
And on top of that, yeah, he's actually a little bit more physical than Taze. And the idea is that he'll probably play with Bedard.
Bedard, yeah.
So that way Bedard doesn't have to be.
So you have your front line of the future.
And then on top of that, so they drafted the other two guys they drafted in the first round this year, both forwards. This one's easy. Mason West. And then, like I said, the other one, Vaclav Nestralov. Both of them 6'6" forwards.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
they're
a big
bringing-
ass fucking
Nice.
forwards. So they basically we're not going to see Bedard get slapped around again.
We're gonna
6'7" with the afro.
and on top of that, 2 of our defensemen, like Sam
Six
Rinzel,
on skate.
who's going to be our number 1 defenseman, is also 6'6".
Yeah.
we're going to be
We got
we're going to have
size.
an NBA team on the friggin' rink.
We have a whole squad of Charas right now.
It's awesome, dude. That's
Dana.
why I don't think they signed too many people because the young talent, it's there.
Well, that's what we were talking about a little bit, Henry, you and I, before. I don't know if Joe was here for that part, but like before the show started. But like last year, they signed a lot of vets and little like kind of placeholder pieces. And I remember even you and I talking when they made those signings, being like, "Oh, these are a lot of 1-year deals."
Right.
Kind of like let's just let give Bedard a couple people to grow with. This year, they're like, "Fuck that." In free agency, we're not going to sign any big names. We don't want to block spots because we have so many prospects coming up. If somebody's good and this vet is minimally better, fuck him blocking that spot. Get the young kid up
Get him
and
playing.
let's go. And I honestly, if I was in the front office, that's probably the strategy I'd want to do. Like, what's the point in putting together one of the best farm systems in all of hockey if you're not going to fucking let the players play? There's no point in having these 37-year-olds taking up roster spots. So
Ooh.
good, good job, Hawks. I think.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think. Well,
Well, just ageist.
I happen to be 37.
I know.
Actually, that was not intentional, but yeah.
No, I felt like it was a shot at 47-year-olds.
Yeah.
So
Some Andy
but
fans, too.
I do think the Hawks though. I think they're setting themselves up for the future. Like,
They
be
actually look
competitive in
good.
the next 2 to 3 years. Like, I mean, highly competitive. I'm hoping they're competing for a playoff spot.
We're all ready for the fall.
Well, look,
all
we
of
got-
us are
next-
ready for fucking basketball, hockey, and
We,
football.
we got this. We got the Bears are finally looking good. The Cubs are looking good. The Blackhawks looking good. And then you have Jerry Reinsdorf's teams.
Oh
Yeah.
God, is that not just the truth?
Wah, wah. Okay, so
All right, this isn't just you.
well,
We're
yeah.
talking about the Bulls too.
have-
so we're
He is
talking about
just-
the Bulls.
The Bulls
I've
have
never
traded away more people for nothing than I've
this
ever
is a perfect
seen in the
segue.
vacuum.
Let me pull this graphic up. So I sent this over to the boys
Never seen anything
this
like it.
week. So this is what the Bulls have traded since they've been tearing the team down and retooling. Most teams would trade a bunch of players away, get a bunch of draft capital, build to the draft. Not our Chicago Bulls.
That sounds silly.
So they got rid of DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Alex Caruso, and Lonzo Ball. In return, for all of these players combined, you have Josh Giddey. That's a win. Spoiler alert, there are no other wins left. That was it.
There's no other wins.
Go ahead, because you're going to pronounce these names better than
do
I
the Bush.
can. Go ahead.
I got you. So we have Kevin Hoarder, Chris Duarte, Isaac Okoro, Zach Collins, and Trey Jones. Oh, and we got our first-round pick back. that we traded away, and 2 second-round picks. It was like they said, hey, do you guys want first-round picks? Nah, we're allergic to those. No, thanks.
Well, it's like you have all these guys, like, for instance, the Lonzo Ball thing. So they just traded him away for another Patrick Williams type.
The guy who got picked
Right.
right after Patrick Williams and is actually the only other pick that was considered a bust.
Yeah, he's a bust. So they traded Lonzo Ball for a bust. Had they traded him last season, they would have got a first-round pick. So they said, fuck this. We're going for it. We're going for the playing game. We have a chance to make noise in the playoffs. We need to hold on to Lonzo Ball. Fuck draft capital.
Dude, AK is like, hey, let me just keep drafting European players, pretending like I'm smarter than all of you with no positions. They're just tall,
Hey.
lanky people, and we're hoping they all work out.
Okay, but when he drafted the American player, it didn't work out.
It did. He did. That was the one thing he did right.
Patrick Williams.
No, Matas. He's from Chicago.
Oh, but okay,
counts.
you're right. Oh, fuck, I forget
Yeah,
that.
that's fair.
See, Bacelas to me, I always just
Yeah,
count him
well, I
as
just assume
Lithuanian.
he's. No, I just assume the same
You
thing.
know my least favorite word in
My bad.
drafting sports? Potential.
yeah.
It's the worst word ever.
But that's in everything.
Yeah, but
Sure.
hey, you know who had potential? Tyrus Thomas.
Yeah, and he did.
But he did win a championship, and he was a big part of that.
Yeah, you know what else he was good at? Not having a position.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he.
The Bulls are like, hold on.
Wrecker,
Look at
You know
this
what else
center.
had potential? My
The-
sperm every time I've ever
The Bulls are like, hey, look at this
That
center,
doesn't go
Derek
anywhere.
Queen. Look at this point guard from Illinois. Let me get
So-
the guy with no position.
My thing is, like, maybe he is right on a lot of his draft picks. Maybe he really does have like a vision of the future. But when you have all of these pieces that you could trade away for more draft capital, so you could see your vision coming to fruition, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You're trading your like pretty decent players that could be contributors for like a championship caliber team away for zero, for nothing. You have nothing to show for all of these pieces that you held on to for fucking 6 years.
We could have got 2 first-round picks for Alex Caruso. and we got none.
Yeah, and
No, wrong. We did get
we
we
did
did get giddy, but
so that was the only bright spot of all. So again, if you were to tell me, like, a couple years ago, all right, we're gonna trade you DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Alex Caruso, and Lonzo Ball for Josh Giddey, because that's all you got. That's all you got. Would you do that trade?
And you got a new washing machine.
Yeah. We're going to trade you 4 starters in the NBA for 1 Josh Giddey.
You get $50 in a
and a
Schwinn.
bowl of trash.
I just, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Mark Eversley and AK have somehow outdone Garpax.
It's pretty fucking impressive.
It's insane.
Yeah.
In fairness, there were 2 inept ones.
What is there?
There.
Is there anything happy in sports to
Is
talk about?
Reinsdorf just trying to ruin every team
well,
he's in charge of?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
pretty
really
much.
the deal?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe that's the secret.
By the way, People is on the trading block. The Bulls are trying to trade him.
No,
Now.
I heard. Yeah, we're going to trade him for.
I'll take a
bag
bag
of
of
fucking
chips.
peanuts.
We're
Oh,
getting
yeah.
Beasley,
Oh, shit.
right? We're getting Beasley from Phoenix.
We're probably getting Michael Beasley.
I
We're
will
gonna
take
get
anybody.
Michael Beasley now. I don't know. Okay. One happy thing that's going to make you happy.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, we got a happy thing to make Judd happy
The blowjob?
with the WNBA
Hey.
in-season tournament, which by the way, our good buddy here, Maddie, myself, and probably almost
Yeah.
anybody else didn't realize WNBA also did an in-season tournament.
I have.
Maddie
but
asked
Judd-
if it was the
No
finals.
clue.
Judd being our
is that the
resident,
finals?
Judd being our resident WNBA expert, enlightened me. Okay, so who won?
The Indiana Fever
The
won.
Indiana Fever
Won the Commissioner's
with one
Cup.
Caitlin Clark.
She wasn't playing. She was hurt,
Yeah, she was.
and they still won.
Yeah, they still won.
But Aaliyah Boston, Sophie,
Yeah.
they were there.
And you saw the Caitlin Clark broke her own previous record for most All-Star votes this year. I think it's at 1.9 million, something like that.
And that's
if I'm
not
wrong,
bad
sorry.
for someone who was voted the 9th best guard in the WNBA by
I
her
did see that
peers.
too.
By-
Hey, why didn't the
By her
number one
peers.
rebounder make it in the All-Star game?
Why didn't
Ever
who?
been
Why did the
another-
number one rebounder make it? Oh, it's because she only gets her own rebounds?
Listen, she had a monster game. Now, if we're going to talk about Angel Reese,
All
my,
right,
love
please.
Angel.
If we're
Let
gonna talk
Judd
about
cook.
my-
Let Judd cook.
This is like
Angel Peace.
hold on, this is like Israel. We can love Angel Reese and love Caitlin Clark.
I want both. I want both states to survive. I want everyone happy. I want everybody to stop killing each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel and Caitlin can survive together.
This is friendly fire.
Anyway,
I don't think
you know who's not going to allow
know-
that?
you know-
Is Angel Reese.
You know,
Yes.
well, Angel had 24 points and 16 rebounds last Saturday. So,
I mean,
Yeah.
the clock
I didn't
strikes
see that.
twice
and
a day.
only 3 of them were me bounds, and she has the word me bound to make money off of.
Even
for
a
the rest of her
broken
life.
clock strikes twice, correct? Twice a
best
day,
part.
right?
Yes.
Well, you know what? That's a very hard league, very competitive. Everybody's the best in the world in that league.
Angel Reese could be Dennis Rodman if she wanted to be, but instead she wants to just throw shitty shots up onto the basket over and over and over and refuse to pass it out to perimeter players. I mean, she honestly could probably average like 7-8 assists a game, just getting rebounds and just fucking chucking it out.
I love the
probably already
WNBA, and I heard I always have the games on at my bar, and I heard that's Overflow in Batavia right here. It's our softball team.
Nice bar.
I believe we're in first place.
Way to rep.
America.
The real label whore.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm there throughout the week, and then on Saturdays I'm in the South Elgin one, but Batavia mainly, and then
Yeah.
South Elgin on Saturdays.
South
Not
Elgin's
that
a
I'm
nice
plugging
one, though.
myself, but come hang out with me and talk sports. And
Shout out though, because they
but I had-
great food and drinks.
we do have great food and drink.
And what are their specials, Judd? No, I'm just kidding.
I had the WNBA on the other day, and I hear no names. I hear someone say, "It's the same game, just slower and worse." I was like, "Oh,
I mean, it's not wrong,
If
unfortunately.
they would lower the rims 5 inches, just 5 inches.
I agree
Not
with
even
that,
a whole
by
foot.
the way.
Not even a whole
you,
foot.
you already have a smaller basketball,
At 5,
right?
that's a dumb measurement though. You have to
Bring
That's what
back
Shaq
the
said. That was
Candace Parker
Shaq's
days.
measurement.
fix. Why would
Hey,
you
that was Shaq's measurement, all right?
half a foot, 6 inches
they should have raised it 6 inches." on
Shaq said just lower it.
for
some-
Shaq? Yeah, raise it.
No, lower it
You
somewhere.
said lower it so,
don't do
so
a
they
whole
can
foot.
dunk.
Yeah, just get Duncan going. It'll be more interesting.
Just make it
honestly,
9 feet.
He's not
I
wrong.
don't-
That
No,
is
see,
a
the
cool
9
idea.
feet. That's when women get it. Then they get testy. You gotta just
Is that what other?
beat them in the middle.
Are you single? Now you're going to tell me you know when women get testy? Well, maybe that's why you're single. You know when they get testy.
I don't
Yeah,
deal
he's
with.
smart. He's
Correct.
smart. He's the only one who's smart around here.
Yeah, me and Matt are like on we're in double decade. Fucking.
Yeah.
How many years you been with my sister?
It'll be 28 this year.
Fucking piece of shit.
Good for you guys.
Who fucks their best friend's sister? That guy.
Anyone who has friends that has a sister, pretty much.
Anybody with
that
a
is so
sister like
true.
that, hey,
I remember my dad telling me when I was young. He's like, my sister and I always would fight like cats and dogs. He's like, you start being nice to your sister because one day she's gonna get older, and she's gonna have friends. And then I started fucking all my sister's friends,
That's
and
how
I
it
was
is.
like, God damn it, Dad, you were right.
Yeah.
You fucking nailed that one.
Yeah.
Shout out, Dad. Appreciate that. Unbelievable. Well, all right. So we got the WNBA in, we got the NBA in, we got the Blackhawks in, we got the baseball in, but it always comes back to the Chicago Bears.
Oh yeah.
Always comes
How
back
many
to Chicago
days away
Bears.
are we from training camp?
67 days from the start of the season.
Okay. And then
start of
just like a
season?
10,
So-
12 days till
yeah.
training
So
camp?
training camp is about to start up, but the only real position battle that I'm seeing right now, and which I love it because when we went through all those amazing like offensive line signings, I said Braxton Jones sucks, he's a liability, yada yada yada, and that is the one position that there is a legitimate like
Ozzie
position battle.
Trujillo.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you see Ben Johnson assert his dominance. It's like, this is the guy I wanted. He's obviously not a fan of Braxton Jones because he watched the same games I did, apparently. Braxton Jones is a hot pile of garbage who can just get pushed over by anybody who bull rushes him.
Really?
What's funny, though, is that he didn't get rated that low. in most
Yes,
stats.
I know what PFF and all that shit says. But if you just watch the games, and he himself admitted, I can't handle a bull rush.
Yeah, that's
And-
why Ozzie Trujillo, or however you say his name, something like that.
Yeah.
He's going to be our starting left tackle. He's 6'8". He's a monster.
Honestly, anything other than Braxton Jones, I think the offensive line overall is going to look pretty good. But you just have so much hype leading into this because of Ben Johnson, because of everything else.
Dude, yeah.
This is probably the most hyped, and I know we are the, 8-time winners of the offseason?
Three.
Three? Only three? Okay, you're going three. You're lowballing it.
Won the offseason.
We are the all-time offseason winners. but
What year was it? Dave Wants. It's like all the pieces are in place, and they were like, it was after '95. They had beat Minnesota in '94. We overachieved. Then the next year it was like all the pieces are in place. And I think then Eric Kramer broke his neck. Like our quarterback broke his neck, and they're like, "Oh, that's that."
yeah, that tends to
Dave
dampen
wants that.
things.
Oh my god,
Dude, I love Dave,
Best.
and
I like him too. He's so Chicago.
but and
I
the
love him on the radio shows now.
that mustache. that
but if you ever watch his
accent,
whole career, it's
fucking
fucking
perfect.
great. Like
Yeah.
with Miami,
Well,
and then
Jimmy
the Cowboys,
Jones, yeah.
and I think if he gets a real quarterback that can stay healthy in the NFL, he kicks ass.
yeah.
He's a fucking good coach.
Well, he's one of those sought-after coaches, in his day for a reason. What he did defensively is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was very talented. It was just, a shitty Chicago Bears team. Something we've never seen here in Chicago. Except for every fucking year.
So Courtney Cronin from ESPN, she's from Chicago.
Yeah.
She said the number one thing that if anyone asks her about training camp, anything that's been going on so far in the offseason, she said the most intense offseason for Bears that she's ever been a part of. Meaning, like,
I've heard that. I heard that on the field, like
Yeah, I
training
can
camp,
see
that
that.
they're like it's all really fucking intense.
Yeah, and Caleb said he loves it. Like, he's all about the intense. He got yelled at for throwing the ball 1 second slow on a play, even though he made the right call. And it was Ben Johnson was still like, "You're late. Doesn't matter."
Doesn't matter. You fucking.
And he said he
suck.
loves it.
Hell yeah.
All about
Good.
it.
Well, dude, that's
All the else noise about Caleb. Sorry. Go ahead.
no. You're right though. But like, when you get in a group of people that demand fucking excellence out of each other, you fucking get great shit, man.
Accountability,
You do.
man.
Yeah.
the
Accountability.
Jordan effect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, everybody else is playing well. It's going to make you want to step up your game. I
You
do
were
get.
afraid to fuck up back then.
Your leader has to be there first and leave last. That's
Yes.
fucking how it goes in life, whatever it is. If the fucking boss is there the longest, they're early and they're late, you're fucking gonna be successful.
Well, I think they put together an all-star staff too. Coaching wise, Ben Johnson obviously. You got Antoine Randall L as a receivers coach. Obviously, you got a great defensive coordinator. I like, obviously, it's kind of like the Matt Nagy thing with the Chiefs, where you're not really an offensive coordinator, but you got one of the youngest, bright, up-and-coming minds. at OC. So another,
Yeah.
I obviously saw something. I heard something the other day, and I don't know who gave him the advice, whether it was whoever it was, that told Ben Johnson, do not hire your friends. Hire the best available. Do not hire your friends. And he went out and hired the best available. I mean, he truly did. Like, I think the staff is fucking amazing. I think there's a lot of talent there. You know, there's a
We're in the off season. Here we go.
you're running back, obviously, still a question mark. You know, there's a couple little things here and there. Defensive line pressure.
I'm okay with our running backs, honestly. We got a good group, and Eric Bieniemy is looking like a great running back coach. He's demanding a lot out of these guys. I don't think we're going to get anything better. There's nothing really going to be better out there right now.
So when are we going to training camp as a podcast
Did you see
together?
that they actually released
love
a
training
schedule
camp.
for that for the first time ever?
Time.
What do you guys want? Let's go. When are we
Find a
going?
bar we can podcast from in Bourbonnais.
They don't do Bourbonnais anymore.
Oh, it's not there anymore?
It's in Chicago now, right?
Yeah, I thought that was literally going to be my next question because I think we moved out of Bourbonnais.
I'm so.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Mike?
We just got to go.
Mike,
Let's do it.
you've been to a training camp?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, go ahead. Speak in the mic. Speak in the mic,
Yeah.
Mike.
That was cool.
Which,
Suck that dick,
what
Mike.
year was this?
Uh,
Ballpark.
2019.
2019? Okay.
18 and 19.
So you got to like sit there like in the stands and watch it?
The Matt
Yeah.
Nagy era.
Yeah.
Was that the
fun.
one
Nagy
year?
era.
Was that the one
that was the
positive
Nagy
year
era,
where
okay.
we had Mitchell Trubisky as a Pro Bowler?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The double doink year.
Yep. The double.
One of
The
those.
Cody Parkey year, huh?
I was out. After that, my heart was broken.
It was a bad day.
That's totally fair.
Maybe you guys will inspire me to get back into it.
We know.
Yeah, we'll
100%.
try.
We will.
We're gonna make you sit on these
You know,
podcasts, talk music.
most of the
sports.
comments-
2003. When did they go to the Super Bowl?
06.
06.
06. That broke my heart. I've been off the bandwagon for a long
No one should
time.
should start a game with a kickoff touchdown
I'm-
lose.
Yeah,
I'm very-
Hester starting that game with that amazing fucking run,
I'm-
and
I'm-
us losing.
Very
I think
lucky.
I was like everybody else.
Rex Grossman
We're winning this fucking game.
of the world.
Well, I was a freshman in college, and we bought a keg of Rolling Rock because it was sold out of all the other kegs, so that's what we ended up with.
Rolling
For only $65, by the way. Shout out old school prices. $65 for a keg of Rolling Rock. And there was only going to be like 6
It's
to
only
8 of
worth
us.
60 cents. I mean,
6 to 8 of us watching the game. And so we got it the night before, and we played a couple games of beer pong on that keg. The next day, and again, 6 to 8 of us, it was done by halftime. We drank an entire fucking keg. And I remember the opening kickoff return and nothing else about that game. So
Makes sense.
in this Bears fan's head, we won that fucking Super Bowl. Fuck you, Peyton, man. You can't figure out the cover two.
Checks
You can't figure it out.
That
Well,
checks out.
it's easy when
Omaha, this shit.
Mike
Pussy.
Brown, and Tommy Harris were gone. Otherwise, we win that fucking
yeah,
Super Bowl.
I
Mike
agree.
Brown. If Mike Brown's there, I think it's a different game.
100%.
think-
And Tommy Harris. Once we lost both of them.
Well, you lost your pressure.
Mike Brown's nickname?
Ooh.
The Tick.
Oh, I wouldn't
I
guess that.
wouldn't
Really?
guess that either. Did he just make that nickname
One of the
up?
greatest
Nope.
old school comics, cartoons.
Oh, the Tick.
The
that was
Tick,
oh,
yeah.
Dude, the joint. And that was like Nikki's nickname back in the day with
Yeah,
Tick.
it is Tick. That's my.
Why? Because she gave you Lyme disease?
She could if she wanted to.
Yeah, is that sexually transmitted? I don't know how that works. Sorry.
I love
Judd.
how we have this hand sanitizer going the whole time.
Yeah. You want to cover your tick up, buddy?
Henry brought over and put this hand sanitizer next to me to let everybody know I'm the germ freak on the show.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Well, we don't have a sink or running water in the studio, which we should, Matt.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So I just have.
So he expects it here next week.
Yeah, I'm so tired of all this free beer and
You know,
beautiful
I have-
studio
Free
space.
beer,
I
motherfucker.
thought about-
I'm buying
I
this.
know.
You think he's buying the Bush
Well, you're not
beers?
buying
No,
it.
hell no.
It's me.
I don't
wonder
buy
why
any.
when
I'm
I
Santa Claus,
when I
you
offered to
fucking
bring,
cunt.
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna bring you a 30 case next
I don't
week.
fill that.
And he's like,
fucking
oh, it's
I
fine.
don't fill that fridge.
He said it was fine. Now I understand why.
I
Okay.
supply the fridge.
Speaking
I
of
don't
which-
fill the fridge.
He drinks slush
Mikey,
puppies back there. What are
you
you
ain't
drinking
got no
today,
more?
Matty? Matty always has fancy beer.
Currently, Easy Eddie.
By who?
Easy Eddie IPA from Big Grove out in Galena area.
Oh,
Never heard of Big
Galena.
Grove.
This came back from my little 3-day road trip with the family.
Oh, that's from Galena.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you went to Galena. He went to the haunted houses and
We took a haunted tour, which was awesome.
he went and saw who was in Grant's tomb.
Dude, it's not Grant.
It's not Grant.
Just letting you know.
He was in Grant's tomb.
It was actually Hoffa.
Hoffa. They be waking up with Jimmy Hoffa.
We're kind of winding down here, but I did
Oh
want
no,
to
I
bring
got
up.
one more. We got one more big.
You're
big,
winding
big,
All right,
down.
well, go ahead,
yeah.
Judd.
big
Go ahead.
sporting event. My friends, my friends.
Well,
It's America's time.
does this
Sunday.
mean Brooms?
USA versus Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Gold Cup.
Soccer?
I heard that Trump's going to be officiating that.
Football?
Enrique
What is this?
Macias, better known as Henry Tree. He roots for the Rascals. That's what we call.
I'm patriotic.
Okay, so so here's what happened. I was telling him a story about, I was rooting against Mexico really hard one day, and I said to Enrique, I said, yeah, I root against Mexico. They're fucking dicks. He goes, what? Come on, man. Yeah, why would you hate? I'm like, oh, I love Mexicans, but team fucking Mexico, El Tre. Like, no, they chanted back after 9/11 in the stadium. They were chanting USA versus America. They were chanting Osama. They were chanting Osama, and fucking Enrique looks me dead in the face. He goes, well, we can be rascals.
We can be rascals.
So I'm always like, oh, America's playing the Rascals, and he was a little under the weather this week, and I was texting him that, hey, USA is playing Guatemala.
Yeah.
Diego Luna scored 2 goals against Guatemala. America won 2-1. And
Not
now
the
Sunday,
real Diego Luna.
So you
Sunday, no, the soccer player.
I know.
Football.
I know.
see,
Not Cassian.
Sunday.
Andor.
5 o'clock, 6
For
o'clock, I think
Star
5
Wars.
Yeah.
Eastern, 6 Eastern. America versus the Rascals,
first the rascals.
and we're gonna win. They're going down. Where are we watching it?
Well,
Doing it live.
We either watch it Overflow or
Me and you, we're doing it live.
we're gonna watch it live.
You know, this is where I
We're
wish.
gonna do a live pod. I'm gonna bring my little mini mics. We'll just.
So
We'll commentate for the whole game.
So that's what I was gonna say. It's America's week. Happy 100 or
So that-
249th birthday or whatever.
that's not where I thought you were going with this at all.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to the #1 American sport, NASCAR. NASCAR, which is
when's
going to
that
be
coming
in
to
Chicago. Coming right up in
NASCAR.
Chicago, doing their annual street race. This was 3 years, 4 years they're doing it now? Because your dad was at those, right?
Yeah, my dad goes to it.
What he
Well,
when
he
one
came
got
back-
rained out though.
He said I got rained on
He
for
li-
fucking 5 hours and
Okay,
6 hours.
so
whatever.
how was Brad's experience?
I think he liked it. I think last time he went, it was just a fucking water park though.
Is he gonna go this year?
It was a shit show.
Is he going this year?
This is the last year they're doing it, or they re-signed the contract to keep going. I know it was 3.
No, fuck them. They didn't hire us for lights.
Lori Ledfoot
Ooh.
fucking signed that contract.
Lori
dude.
Leadfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Lori.
Yes. You mean that fucking Batman villain, dude?
You wish you could fuck Lori, but she does not want your pickle.
The woman whose pants are like 12-inch longer than her legs. God damn, was she just the most villainous, heinous, disgusting mayor in the history of cities?
No.
Whoa.
I mean,
No,
She
she
was-
actually was not.
oh, man.
She actually is. She looks like fucking.
I have an entire vinyl over here of
She
the first
has male
Mayor
pattern
Daley
baldness.
that I could play you, and he was a fucking
Hey,
thug. Straight
hey,
thug.
we're going for just deflammatory language here. Lori Lightfoot, fuck up. By the way, Tim Dillon, the Tim Dillon podcast, his producer found this, which is amazing. I'd highly recommend you guys go look this up. It's fucking gold for 15 minutes. They found her Yelp account. And this is before she was mayor, and it was her reviewing a limo service in Chicago.
Yeah.
And it was her being like, the limo driver picked me up and asked to use my restroom and peed all over the seats, like of her restroom. And then I was trying to tell him, I don't care what your directions say, go this way through there, through the city to get to this event. He was taking way too many wrong turns, and it's just her just railing it. And this cab company or limo company, I should say, did like a very unprecedented thing where they responded, and not in kind. It was very unkind what they responded in. And it was them being like, first of all, we have cameras in the limo, and he never went inside your house. Ever. So I immediately just caught her out in a fucking lie.
Oh.
And then he has GPS, and then also on top of that, we know when major events are happening in the city, so we direct the limos around the events, almost like, I don't know, we're a navigation company. They get to do events on time. Unfucking believable.
Yeah, but they're not.
And then the other thing that this
Taxi
company,
cab
I think it's Chicago Limousine, whatever
It's
it was.
a limo
though.
company.
But yes, limo company. Yes.
I
And then
know
the
the
other
owner
thing
one.
was they asked for a male's phone number, and she got all pissed off about that. And they're like, oh, no, just generally speaking, we want to have a backup phone number for if somebody gets lost or can't get to the limo, yada, yada, yada. And that the whole thing, though, it's a fucking unbelievable exchange. But it's so unprecedented on Yelp for the company to be like, yeah, you're a bitch. And you fucking suck. And this is before she was mayor. And they some sleuths dug this up online and sent over to Tim Dillon. But please, Tim Dillon, Lori Lightfoot, look it up. It's
That's
one of the
just funny.
funniest fucking things I've ever seen. But Lori Lightfoot, let's be honest, maybe not even top 5 worst mayors in city history. Chicago, Illinois, we have a rich
Did she have that
tradition.
cowboy riding down the street? Was it like the census cowboy or whatever? She wanted everybody to fill out their census. Was that what it was? Dude, she had some funny.
Just, you know what?
She knew her Bears stuff, though. She did. I'll give her that.
I had a conservative friend talking to me the other day, and he's like, look, these Democrats in Illinois suck. But the Republican ones go to prison, too. So it's just like, if you become into office in the state of Illinois, it doesn't matter if you're blue, if you're red.
If your government's not
Illinois
going to jail,
governors,
you're going
are
to be
you even
wearing black
trying?
and white stripes.
Illinois governors have a rich history of prison.
Oh, yes. It's like 3 in my lifetime have gone to prison.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, hey, honestly, I think that's a good way to end it.
Happy
just sell a
4th of
Senate
July.
seat.
Every politician should be in jail.
Absolutely. And we love you guys.
Love
Appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll
Cheers.
see you next week, man. Cheers, boys.
Hey.
Shout out Mike.
Henry
Shout out
King.
Maddie. Thank you guys, and shout out Henry. Love you, buddy. See you tomorrow for the 4th of July, hopefully.
Cheers, brother.
I got a call the other day. She's got a baby named